Hold on, y'all. This shit giving me a hard time. I don't like that. I'm supposed to be unbanned already 5 minutes ago. But apparently, I'm still motherfucking banned on Facebook. Y'all ready? As soon as it says that we're live on Facebook, I'll start the show. Blue check and blue check. All right, y'all. What's up, everybody? 5:05 a.m. Actually, 5:07 a.m. here on the West Coast, Northern California, Stockton, California, to be exact, baby. If you have not rolled a blunt, made a drink, a cup of coffee, made a sandwich, or fired up a square, whatever the fuck it is that you do when you do what you do, or when you come watch this podcast, now's the fucking time. We're about to get into a smoke session. Before we get started, I want y'all to know we are smoking on jungle cake this morning. That's the weed we have left. It's actually a medium green with purple all over it. Like, I don't know if y'all can see. I'm pretty sure y'all can't see because my lighting is crazy in here. But let me try this. If y'all still can't see this, then I just don't know what to tell you, honey. Do a little bit, some with the lighting here. Yeah, we can see now. If y'all can't see on these background apps, y'all make sure you go check us out on Facebook and YouTube. And back the video up to the beginning where we show the weed. This is jungle cake, y'all. This is a very purpley sweet strand, very poofy and fluffy. Y'all will like it very much. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish. First, we're gonna smoke a doobie blunt, and then if we still not high enough, then we're gonna buzz down the rest of the jungle cake, because it's very important that y'all understand. This is a Hot Box podcast. This is a smoke session, and this is the Cherry Franklin Show. Speaking of the Cherry Franklin Show, let's hit them with the introduction, shall we? Y'all make sure you let me know what is you smoking, what flavors are popular in your area, what is brand spanking new, and what is the best of the best of the best, sir, with honors.
Put it in the air, put it in the air, put it in the air, put it in the air. Everywhere I'm at,
leave it in the comments.
Put it in the air, put it in the air, put it in the air, put it in the air. We rolling up the sticker. Everywhere I'm at, smoke in the air. Yeah, me, we on go. I'm on bag. Give me the cash. Put it in the air, put it in the air. Put it in the air, put it in the air. We rolling up the sticker. Everywhere I'm at, smoke in the air. We rolling up the sticker.
Huh? Heard y'all bitches be switching, huh? Huh? Good morning. How you guys doing over there? Y'all, we over 30 viewers so far. Let's keep it up, keep it up.
Gas, blowing on bait, ayy, put it in the air, put it in the air, put it in the air, put it in the air. Everywhere I'm at, eyes on low, put them up there. Put it in the air, put it in the air, put it in the air, put it in the air. We rolling up the stinker.
Everywhere I'm at, smoke in the air. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, y'all. So far, so good, y'all. We just been working 2, 3, 4, 5 jobs at a time.
Everywhere I take smoke in the air.
Go in the car, the room, it go down. 8 ton of don't move, smoke come out. 209, yeah, that's my cloud. Blunt rotations, that's my crack. You ain't gotta smoke this Cali. Put it in the wood, but you grew it in the valley. Keep on wax, on leaf on tap. I'll turn the team up, pep rally. Why you think they call me Terry? I had grapes for sitting blueberry. Mr. J, I'm coming with the Mary. This, that thing, no air pack, spare me. I got lungs like a motherfucking vacuum. Up, action pass, I'll tax you. That's just facts, no cat boo. I put it on wax with a pack food. It's bringing on me like a tattoo. Big circle like a battle rap tattoo. Like blunts, but I put it in the bag too. Like fronts, but I put it on the bag too. Don't do me. I keep 5 on it like the loonies. Hit your ass off with a 2-piece. It go to me. Quit acting brand new like a groupie. And just put it in the air. 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 Everywhere I'm at, everywhere I'm at. I don't know, but I'm up there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Which one you talking about? This one? All right, y'all. A couple things I want to talk about for this session. Ooh, we coughing already. One of the first things I want to talk about that we research every motherfucking day, because our government makes us pay taxes every motherfucking day. And our government still ain't got our money every motherfucking day. We're going to go check some of these stimulus check updates. Looks like Mitch McConnell is starting to support a stimulus check. Let's see what they got to say about our money, shall we? Yeah, welcome to the stream. It's 5:14 a.m. here on the West Coast. Northern California, Stockton, California to be exact, almost 1 hour past 4:20. Just 5 minutes shy now. Yeah, welcome to the smoke and get in this hot box.
Thank you for coming back to my channel for the stimulus package today. Please subscribe to my channel. Please leave your thumbs up and please leave your comments. First of all, I want to say thank you so much for all the support that you give me on this channel. If you didn't see this morning's video, please go back and watch it. I'm covering a lot of questions there, that very important stuff that I would love for you to see.
Yeah, your opinion.
We the People website. If you want your comments put on the We the People website, starting by saying We the People, we will take it over there for you. Also, check out We the People website and Facebook group. Both links are in the description box below this video. Okay, the stimulus package update. Will this whole thing turn around in the American people's favor? I believe it will, and it all stems with Schumer and Nancy Pelosi.
Let's go invite the smoking lounge to come smoke with us.
I believe this is going to be the catalyst to turn the thing around. Okay, but first, let's talk about all the children in Washington. The Republicans are saying the next stimulus package is a reckless and a tax spending plan, and it is disguised as a stimulus package for the people. It will make inflation worse, and it will needlessly cost us more at the cash register. I believe we all can agree on that. The Democrats and Joe Biden are now saying the Republicans are being reckless by not raising the debt ceiling. So once again, the kids are just pointing fingers and calling each other names, but neither side is getting their way. So they will just do what little kids do best when they don't get their way. They'll start pointing fingers and calling names. Joe Biden says not only the Republicans not doing
I'm
their
gonna
job,
open my IMs,
but they are saying that they will use the filibuster to stop us
and
from doing
invite
our
the
job.
lambs to come.
Y'all, it's on both of the parties. Both parties are just as much to blame as the other, and they're both acting like kids. But when Joe Biden, your president, gets involved in this shit show that they've got going on in Washington, and he starts pointing fingers, that can become very dangerous for the future.
Very.
Because in the future, anything that Joe Biden wants done, wants passed, needs help with, well, the parties are just not going to help him. And, you know, he's already got the Republicans
They're not
mad at
talking
him.
about shit
Now
about
he's
how
going to
they
get the
argue and
Democrats
still.
mad at him. And he's going to be a lame duck president. Well, some people already say he is, but
Thank you for my money.
not have the support from
Thank you.
any party. Joe Biden is saying the next stimulus package is about saving the U.S. economy. I would disagree, and here's why. It's because this next package is riddled with their special interest, with their pet projects. Now, if they would dump everything and just
doesn't
put
include
in
a
stimulus
stimulus
checks, raise for Social Security, maybe unemployment, then it will be for the American economy. Then it would do some good. But all of this reckless spending that both sides want, but Joe Biden said he just can't understand why the Republicans don't want to spend a lot of money right now. Well, dad, burn it, little Joe, it's because we don't have the money to spend right now. They're printing worthless paper. That's going to cause inflation in the future. I wish you could understand that, little Joe.
That's
Somebody
definitely a Republican from
Now, we
Alabama.
all know if you ran
talking
your
on this
own
podcast.
business
If y'all can't
and you
tell.
had a group of employees that wasn't doing their job, they refused to do their job, what would you do? You would fire their asses so fast that their heads would. I think that's what we need to do in the midterm elections and in the 24 elections. We need to give them their walking papers.
Good morning,
because they're simply not doing their job.
I see
And
money
they're
on the
showing that
screen.
they
Welcome
have no
back to the
interest of
stream.
doing their
Back
job.
early.
Senator Kane and
We're trying to get the stimulus
Warren,
update. So
I believe that's
Republicans
how you
been
say it.
fighting against
are still saying that they
passing
are
the
very
stimulus.
confident that these bills will get
They
passed
were going to shut down the
soon.
government, but
Chuck
they
Schumer
took a
is now
vote
losing
and
his
voted
cool
not to.
big time.
Then
with
they
Nancy
took a vote
Pelosi
on the
and
budget,
whole
how much
Democrat
they were
Party.
going to spend to
He
keep
is
the government
demanding that
at
the
work
debt ceiling and the stimulus package
and
be done
keep them
and
working
on
on the
his
stimulus
desk
package.
this week. He said
So
this
then
has gone
Republicans
on
still,
long enough.
and the
he's tired of
Republican
playing
leaders and
games
speakers still
with
didn't
the
want to
Democrats and Pelosi.
go more into debt and give out
And y'all, I believe
stimulus
there is
checks
a big reason why he's losing
or make a
his cool.
stimulus
Why
package.
his
But
patience is
now
running thin.
one of the leaders, Mitch McConnell, I
You know,
believe, or
the
Joe Manchin,
Democrats are in control of the House,
one of the
the
M's,
Senate, and the White House. They're
is
in
starting
control
to
of this
back a
bill.
forced stimulus
They
check
don't need the
package.
Republicans in this bill. So they're in control
But
of
it still doesn't include a
everything
regular ass
today.
stimulus check.
Everything.
It might extend
Now,
unemployment.
if they don't help the American people,
It
by
might
giving them a stimulus
do
check,
eviction
a raise for
protection,
Social Security,
a stimulus for
admin things that
SSI
really
or
helps the American
hero pay
people's
for essential
pocketbook,
workers.
and go ahead and get this thing done.
It doesn't have a regular stimulus check for any
Come
American
election
that made
time,
less than
the
30,000
Democrat
or
Party is going to
40,000
be toast. They're
the past 1
destroying
to
their
2
own
years
party from within.
salary per
In the
year.
2024 election and in the midterms, we're going to see a big shift in power.
We've been asking for 2,000 since June of
Major
2020.
shift in power.
That's how long motherfuckers
I
been
believe the
behind on the
Democrat
rate,
will lose power of the
or
House,
behind on their credit
Senate,
card, or the
and the
card
White
note,
House.
or already lost their car,
And it's
their
going to be a
house,
long time before they
already
can
lost
get
their
back.
job.
Now, will this all turn around for the American people? I believe it will, because if it don't, these Democrats know what's in store for them. They know what's in store for their party. I would hate to be the Democrat that's in charge and my legacy is destroying the Democrat Party. So I believe this fight between Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi will end up caving and getting this done this week. I believe she is not going to back down from, I believe she will back down from her stance that she wants everything her way. Chuck Schumer has drawn a line in the sand. He said this week, matter of factly, he said this week. So, yeah, I believe this is fast fixing to turn around the American people's favor. Because Chuck Schumer wants it in writing so the American people can actually see what's in
that's
these
American
bills.
taxpayers' money.
I mean, nobody wants to vote on anything that they don't know what they're voting on. That's just like giving somebody a blank
They
check.
should have gave us a $2,000.
Do you want to give Nancy Pelosi a blank check? I want to say thank you all again so much for all the support that you give me on this channel, allowing me to do this. I will bring you nothing but the truth the way I see it. Now, if I tell you something in the morning and it changes midday, because things are changing a lot, and you don't hear me say it until that night, you may think that I lied. But at the time when I said it, it was the truth. I will bring you nothing but the truth without all the hype. And I won't give you 5, 6 videos that make 12 to 15 videos a day. I will give you 1 video a day. A lot of times I'll give you 2 videos a day, but not every day. When it's something worth talking about, I will make the video.
Okay, well, thank you for that. It's still and really putting us on nothing about what exactly do they want to break down in the stimulus package. Saying personal projects. Personal projects is the corporations that sponsor the government, officials and politicians, and vote and are elected.
We've invested in our and opportunity. We're among the first to provide access, for example, to free education. So the reason why in the 20th century began to take off, it was back in the late 1890s. We decided among the first countries that we were going to be the first nation that every single American, regardless of their background, no one at a time, regardless of the background, but based on income would have free 12 years of education. We invested to win the space. We led the world in research and development, led to the creation of the internet and, but then something happened. We slowed up, we stopped investing in ourselves. America is still the largest economy in the world. We still have the most productive workers and the most innovative minds in the world, but we're risk losing our edge as a nation. Our infrastructure used to be the best in the world. Literally, not figuratively today. According to the World Economic Forum, we write 13. Our infrastructure, 12 nations have a better infrastructure than we do, which means they can move product. They can do so many things better than we can do it. We're among the first in the world to guarantee access to universal education. Now, the Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development ranks America 35th out of 37 major countries. When it comes to investing in early childhood education, as a percent of GDP, think of that. Of all the industrial nations of the world, the instant Americans would say, if you ask them 25 years ago to say we're number 1, we are not. There's only 2 industrial nations that are lower than us. All those investments that shawl the strong economy. We've taken our foot off the gas. I don't know what's happened. The world has taken notice, by the way, including our adversaries, and now they're closing the gap in a big way. So it's essential that we regain the momentum that we've lost and work the work of our time. It seems to me Those of us all public offices prepare ourselves to be more competitive and to win the fast-changing 21st century in a global economy. Things are changing incredibly quickly. That's why I propose two critical pieces of legislation being debated back in Washington around. The first, a bill to invest in our physical infrastructure, and the second is a bill to invest in our human infrastructure. I'll talk about both these bills, just a moment, but first I want to set one thing straight. These bills are not about left versus right or moderate versus progressive or anything that pits Americans against one another. These bills are about competitiveness versus complacency. They're about opportunity versus decay, the robot leading the world, or continue to let the world pass us by, which is literally happening. To support these investments is to create a rising in America. America is movie to pose. These investments is to be complicit in America's decline. To support these bills is to pursue a broader vision of our nation and oppose them as accept a very cramped view of our future. This isn't about two pieces of legends. It's about the inflection point. I mentioned earlier, we are in our history, the world history. So here's what I'm proposing first. The infrastructure bill. It's about rebuilding our roads or highways, our bridges, our ports, our airports, our broadband, all the things that need repair. Our arteries of our economy have always been fueled by the economic might and dynamism of America. Across the country right now, 45,000 bridges and 173,000 miles of roads, according to the engineer side of engineers, are in poor condition right now, including more than 1,200 bridges as the governor has been fighting to repair here in your state, 7,300 miles of roads here in Michigan. I'll bet everyone in this room can tell what the most dangerous intersection in this town or any time they live in, and where it is that you hold your breath when you're driving over, trying to cross the street. Not a joke. Working with the governor and members of the Congress here, we're going to put hard-working Americans like the operating engineers here in Hull on the job that bring back our infrastructure to bring it up to speed. Good union jobs, not 12, 15, 18 prevailing wage. Okay, so obviously Biden doubling down and blaming Republicans for not raising the debt ceiling and potentially causing an economic crisis and even a social security crisis because payments could potentially be frozen now. That's not personally what I'm saying. Personally, I think both sides could be doing a better job, but guys, let me know your thoughts on that in the comments. In any case, October 18th is the deadline that the White House has set to raise the debt ceiling and avoid a crisis with.
Fuck them. The White House should have been voted on our stimulus checks in September 27th, since September 1st. Y'all got me fucked up. Bitch, we're not out here slaving and dying for y'all to be playing like this, funding yourselves and shit. Bitch, we slaving and dying out here. Stupid motherfuckers. Fuck you keep slacking on the stimulus check for. Can't even talk. I'm hella mad. I'm tired. I just worked an 8-hour shift too before we came on here. And honey, why is my account under review? That's a lie. You need to do something else with your time. Again. Motherfuckers be coming in my podcast saying weirdest shit and shit out of line. Again. Back to what the fuck I was saying. Fuck them. The government should have been gave us a stimulus checks in September. Any head of household that has to file taxes should have a stimulus check. Motherfucker, if you're not a dependent and you have a job or you have to file an income tax, you know what I'm saying? Stimulus. Motherfuckers couldn't work since March of 2020, April 2020. Some people got laid off and was like, thought they was getting hired back and instead got fired permanently. It's the fly in here disrespecting me. Hold on. I might have to smack you. Anyway, again, the government works every day. The government has a budget. The government is also funded by American taxpayers. Bills, rent is $1,000 plus a month, especially in the state of California. Definitely. That shit not cool. That shit is not cool at all. They just bullshitting. Democrats is bullshitting. Joe Biden's bullshitting. He's saying he's not going to demand or require a stimulus check be written in the stimulus package. Well, that's why it's called a stimulus package, right? Because we've been sweating out a $2,000 stimulus check y'all have yet to give us. And you're the president for a reason. If you tell them to do that, that's their job to do that. To make a way and find a way. They keep mentioning the roads that are not fixed or repaired. Create city jobs for your unemployment. But give us a stimulus check. You already want us to be vaccinated and you already want us to be employed. Like, seriously? We pay taxes every day. When I bought cigars this morning, I paid sales tax. Y'all got us fucked up. Imagine if we took away your job and source of income. And what if you didn't have a savings? And you had to live off of $600 unemployment assistance, pandemic assistance. But you couldn't list anything as a viable source of income for any vehicle, home. I don't think so. Y'all government got us fucked up, honey. I'm a business major. Y'all not finna lie to me like y'all making a stimulus package that only targets certain agricultural workers, the SSI stimulus check, and state funding, but y'all just passed government federal funding. They saying October 17th they're gonna vote again. They've been moving vote dates up and up and up, and none of it seems to be on reconciliation, build back better, infrastructure. That's y'all government, man. Anyways, we say all that to say this. On change.org, there is a petition for a forced stimulus check in the amount of $2,000. Also, Justice for say their names, hashtags Justice for George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, Vanessa Gillen, Elijah McClain, Micaiah Bryant, and Adam Toledo. Again, that's change.org. Also, visit vote.org to find out about upcoming elections in your community. public housing, public transportation, after school programs, healthcare clinics, social distancing and pandemic measures, politicians running for office, and propositions. All can be found at vote.org. Y'all, once again, those websites are change.org and vote.org. Please do what you can, where you can, when you can to make a difference. Sign these petitions if you have a state ID. If you are able to vote, go to vote.org. Make sure y'all follow us. We gave Facebook and YouTube almost 30 minutes. We're going to fade to the background and get on the instrumentals. Y'all make sure you follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, whatever, at The Cherry Franklin Show. We will be reposting these videos and smoke sessions. Let's close with the YouTube. I love you. You're beautiful. Your soul is beautiful. Your energy is positive. You're important to me, your community, your family, and your friends. And I love y'all. Thank y'all for being here, making me a top streamer. All of that. And thank y'all for my money, though. Really quick, we're over about 60 viewers for the stream, over 725 heart reactions, 2 top tippers in the first 30 minutes. We're going to fade to the background and get on the instrumental. So thank y'all for being